everybody, welcome back to my channel, Lady of Huntington. I just wanted to tell you today I'm going to be reigniting some memories with cooking with my mum and cooking with my nan. We're going to be making butterfly cakes or jelly cakes. I'm not certain what you used to call them, but it's an old-fashioned favourite of mine. So it's something that I wanted to make, and as I say, reignite those memories. If you've made them before as a child with your mum or your nan, or something that you haven't tried before, come along and see what you think. Give it a try and let us know in the comments below if you've actually had them before. Love to hear your feedback. Hi guys, well let's get started. This recipe is a little bit different to what I'm used to when making cakes. We're actually going to be doing the fairy cakes because the recipe that I was going to use to make, how about you look at me? The recipe that I was actually going to make to do the jelly cakes tells me that I needed to have like a little round type pan, and I don't have one of those. I do remember my nan used to make one. They were called gem drop scones or something like that, and you'd actually put them in this half circle type device and then you could actually join the two together and you would have like a round ball, and that's what she would make them with. I don't have one of those, so we're actually going to be making fairy cakes. Again, similar sort of principle, but I'm not going to be dipping them into the jelly because yeah, I would have to, you know, pull them out of oops, can't even pick them up with my silly hands. We're going to be doing the patty cake type things, and we'll still put the jam and the cream in, but we just won't be doing the jelly. Anyhow, let's get started and we'll see how these ones turn out. I will point you back down. As I said, was trying to explain to you, this cake batter is a little bit different. Generally, you would put the butter and the eggs in and mix those together. And then go from there. This one's telling me you put the flour and so forth in more like a scone type consistency, and then put the butter in, and then go from there. Also, this is today's apron. So this is apron number, what are we up to? 3 or 4? 4, I think. So it keeps coming to the side there. Most of them do. When I actually look at some of these videos, I find that I'm lopsided. So I apologize about that. But anyhow, you're here to join me in some cooking. So let's get started with that. Let me point you in the right direction. Alrighty, so you can see the bowl there. So it's telling us that we need to sift the dry ingredients. Again, as I've said to you before, I don't sift. That's just me. So we needed to have 1.5 cups of self-raising flour. So our one, and I do like thirds, don't I? That's all I could seem to find. Just gosh, it's hot in here today. I've got the air, not the air conditioner, the reverse cycle hair. I am sorry, I cannot get my words out today. My heat pump going, and I've got the fire going, and I've got the oven on with the window open a little bit. I think I need to go and turn some things down, which I'll do shortly. Anyhow, guys, we are using plain flour. So we'll be adding our baking powder into the plain flour in order to make self-raising flour. So we need 1.5 cups. This is our 1 cup. It's going in. Put it over there, and this is our 1/2 cup measure. So that's going in there. And then in order to make self-raising flour, for every 2 cups, we need 2 teaspoons. Come on out. Sorry guys, it's a little bit difficult. 2 teaspoons of baking powder to each plain cup. So we want it, I should have worked this out before. 1.5, so 2 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it tells us to put the flour in and any other dry ingredients. So 2/3 cup of caster sugar. I haven't got caster sugar, so again I just use what I have on hand. And I have normal sugar. I know that's not as fine, but anyhow, use what's in my cupboard. Okay, so 1/3, 2/3, and a little bit extra because one of those wasn't quite full. All right, let's get that one out of the way. So now we need to add the 3 eggs. We'll put our butter in as well. I haven't melted it. I've popped it in the microwave for a couple of seconds. I think 15 seconds, just to soften it a little bit. 1 egg. 2 eggs. 3 eggs. We need to put in some, I've got egg yolk on my hands, it was stopping me from opening that top. 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. 1 teaspoon. I need to get some more of this. This is the actual vanilla bean paste I use. That one. It's just because I like the flavour of it. 1/4 cup of milk. Let me just wipe that off my hands. Where's my sponge? It's nice and cool over that way. Our milk. It's our 1/4 cup of milk. And that goes in. I'll put back on that one. So we'll put in our flour, our caster sugar, our butter, eggs, milk, vanilla essence. Right. So let's get down to business, and we'll start that off nice and slow. So it's telling us to beat on medium speed for 3 minutes until mixture is smooth and slightly lighter in colour. So that's going to go for about 3 minutes. And as you know, when you're waiting for 1 minute to go, it seems to take forever. I'll grab a couple of spoons ready to pop this into our tray. Got the oven on, so that's heating up. So out of all of your old-fashioned recipes and so forth, is there a favourite that you have? Is there something that you used to cook with your mum or your nan or your auntie or friend or whoever, your dad, grandpa, that is something which is a favourite of yours? If you do have something, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear what it is. And if you have a recipe, I'd love to see what it is also. We may actually try and make it. Just remember, I'm in Australia, and if you're actually in another country, some of our ingredients, of course, will be a little bit different. A lot of recipes that I've gone to look at of late call for molasses. And now, we used to give molasses to our horses to, you know, improve their coat and their colour and things like that. So yeah, I don't know that I don't know if golden syrup is the same. I know it's the same sort of thing, but whether or not you could substitute maple syrup or golden syrup as molasses. But if you know, again, leave that in the comments below and let us know. But I think this is going to be okay now, so I'm going to stop that there. As you know, guys, I'm not one of these cooks that does everything to perfection. And I, you know, kind of swap and change things as we go, just because that's just me. I'm not perfect by any means. I would never pretend that I am. But I kind of started doing these YouTube videos just for something fun for me to do, so I can actually look back on it later on in life, and you know, if my MS progresses and things like that. It's just give me something fun to do at the moment, and that's the reason why I started doing my YouTube channel. You know, I was one of those people for many years up until recently would never let anybody take a photo of me. I absolutely hate having, and I still do, I hate having my photo taken. I hate being the center of attention. And here I am making these videos. I never would have thought, looking back, that it was something that I would ever want to do. But I guess with being diagnosed with MS and, you know, things have changed how I can do things now. I've had to find other ways and means to sort of entertain myself. And this is just one of those things I decided to do. So thanks for watching and coming on to our little channel here. I hope that it becomes a channel where you all get to know each other and you can all comment and interact with one another as well, because it's not my channel, guys. It's, you know, a channel for everybody, and I would love for everybody to become involved in it. So yeah, leave your comments down below, good, bad, or indifferent. I do have thick skin, so if you don't like some things, yeah, tell me. I don't know what sort of content to put up if I'm only doing things that, you know, I feel comfortable doing, or think that may interest other people. They may not interest anybody at all. But anyhow, that's life. I just ask that people don't put down nasty comments about, you know, anything or anybody, or each other. You know, that's not what I want. But yeah, other than that, guys, have fun, interact with one another, pop onto each other's YouTube channels and have a look and see what you're all doing and all up to. I love getting feedback from you all, and those people that write comments, I love getting the comments. I try to answer them all, and I'll try and put videos up each day. I'm really enjoying cooking at the moment, which is why I'm doing these videos. I also enjoy doing planning. So what I'm going to be doing is these recipes that I am baking. I do have a planner, a recipe planner, and I've got to get another one because I have 2 girls, and I'm going to be doing 2 exactly the same for my girls, to hand down to them, and put these recipes that, you know, that we're trying and whatnot. Each night I will try and do something different, because we're doing recipe planning now, and trying to live a little bit frugal, just because, you know, why not? If we can all save money, I think that's a godsend. So yeah, and again with my MS, I lose track of what I'm saying, so I do apologise. I've just done that right now, but I think I was saying that I'm doing a recipe planner for my girls. So these recipes that we try, I'm trying to do something different each night, and we kind of go, well, is that a hit or a miss, is what we're saying at home at the moment. Everything so far has been a hit, and when it's been a hit, I'm going to put the recipes in these planners for the girls, and something that, you know, they might enjoy down the track to make for their families. I have 2 little grandchildren. One's 12 weeks old, and the other little one is 7. She's only just turned 7. And they're the light of my life. Love them to bits. Don't get to see them enough. Or they live about an hour away from us. But that's what happens when your children grow up, I guess. Anyhow, guys, I've filled this lot up. What I'm going to do is now pop these in the oven. And I don't know if this will turn around all the way to our oven. Yeah, there we go. And you know, we're building our house, so we don't have floor coverings or anything like that. Again, being frugal, not having a mortgage. Put that up there. Pop those in there. Move that to the side. Yeah, and so this is today's apron. I think I've shown you, but I think it's really quite sweet. Anyhow, I'm going to find another pan, and we're going to put those ones in. Okay, so all my dishes are done. I like to keep a sink full of hot water when I'm baking. Something I learned from Coffee with Kate. Thank you, Coffee with Kate. I appreciate that that tip. I was finding that I was leaving everything, and then I would put it all in my dishwasher, and I, would have the dishwasher full. I would have, everything was full all over here. So now I keep that full and I wash up as I go. I've just checked our cupcakes and they're doing really, really well. The last 2 went down there. So they'll be out in a couple of minutes. But I thought I might have a cup of tea, or actually a cup of coffee whilst I am waiting. Now, I love my coffee. I always drink it in a teacup. And this is the one I'm using at the moment because I like it nice and strong, and the consistency is right for me in this little teacup. If I go to other people's houses, I don't take them up when on the offer to have a coffee at their place because I like mine really strong. And I find most people don't drink theirs as strong as what I do. So of course, for me, it's then like drinking dirty dishwasher, dishwashing water. And I don't want to do that. You can see that what we made yesterday, that's been a hit. That's what we're down to. There's 4 pieces left. So that was a hit. I'm listening. I have Pink going in the background. Jug is almost boiled. So I have my cup of coffee whilst I wait for those last couple of minutes for the cakes to come out of the oven. Then we'll cool them down. I might as well get that out now. On a wire rack. Keep all of those. Whoops, that's going to come out. I keep all my wire racks and whatnot. Chopping boards all behind here. But of course, these guys have little feet. Oh, sorry about the noise. These guys have little feet, and little feet get stuck on other things, which is what they've done. Once I'm finished with my cooking, which will be very shortly, I'm going over to the cattery, and I will be doing some cleaning over there and whatnot. See who's in season, or on call rather. You call cats. They go into call. So then I'll put whoever's on call in with the boys. So the boys have a separate enclosure to the girls, of course, and different in each enclosure. There's two cats in each enclosure, 2 girls that is, and the same breeds. Although I do have a Bengal, a Norwegian forest cat, and a Burman kitten, which are all the best of friends. They started side by side, and they were playing through the actual mesh, and the wire mesh that is. And so I put them in together, and they have got along famously. They love being together, so I've left them there. All right, guys, that's my coffee is done, so I'm going to have this and get those cakes out, and then come back and we'll do a little bit more. Okay, I've taken all of the cupcakes out. As you can see, this one accidentally, maybe on purpose, got a little bit broken on the way out. So I get to eat that one. Now, I'm not a huge fan of cake, but I will eat them when they're hot like this. But once they're actually out and iced or jam and cream on them, I'm not a huge fan. So this is my one. I'm going to enjoy that one now with my coffee. Chat soon. Okay guys, they're all cooled down. Now what I'm going to do, just to make life a little bit easier for me, is to use my little hole maker. Take that out instead of cutting it. Just makes life a smidgen easier for me. So, oh, that was a little bit off center. And we'll keep the tops because they'll be going back on. And then I will go through and we'll do all of that together. Have you got one of these little contraptions? They were a really great idea if you haven't got one. And if you like doing these sorts of things, oh, that was pretty clever, but I couldn't do that again if I tried. If you like doing this sort of thing, if you like making cupcakes and so forth and putting fillings in them, I'd highly recommend you get one because they're nice and neat and easy to use. The one I used the other day, we made something. What did we make the other day? Cupcakes. Oh, we did the lemon meringue cupcakes, and I actually used a bigger one of these. Oh, this has got two things on it. I like using the small one. I didn't realise at the time until I was rewatching one of the videos. I was like, oh damn, look at that. Used one of the big ones. You would normally use those if your cupcakes were like a larger diameter. It just took too much of the centre out for my liking. And so when my husband went to pull them apart, and those other wrappers that we used, the different paper, that were quite sticky to the side, so it wasn't easy to actually get out. I'm just going to show you one of these because I cheat and we'll be using this whipping cream. So all you do, oops, you can put jam in it if you want to. You fill your hole up with cream, and just for argument's sake, we could put a bit of jam. Something to get, oh no, that's way too big. We'll use something that big. We'll get a spoon. You could put a bit of jam on top of it as well. If you put it on top, you can see the colour. You can put his little hat back on, like that. And then you put a dusting of icing sugar. But let me just stop you there for a sec and I'll go and grab some. Okay, so you get your icing sugar. You might as well do all of these little babies, I think. And you would, won't hurt to dust them first. And I'm not going, as I said, I'm not going to go through and put all the cream on them until we're actually eating them, or my husband wants to eat them, because we don't want that to sort of sit there for too long. But anyhow, that's how they go. Let me put this over here. So there's our little cake with our jam on the top. And yeah, they should be really, really delicious. The ones that were warm certainly were. Anyhow, guys, I hope you enjoyed that and I hope you try and make them. Chat soon.